Do you ever feel like you're wasting your life? People call you lazy. Teachers say you lack discipline. Your parents worry you'll never figure things out. And after hearing it again and again, you start believing it. This is the story of Leo, a 20-year-old who thought he was lazy, until one quiet moment proved everyone wrong. Leo was a university student studying business. He worked part-time in the evenings as a cashier, earning just enough to get by. Almost every morning, he arrived late to class. Sometimes only by a few minutes, but it was enough. Enough for professors to stop asking why. Enough for the word lazy to stick. Leo didn't argue anymore. He sat quietly, listened, and waited for the day to end. What no one talked about was his voice. Whenever Leo sang, conversations stopped. In the cafeteria, people paused without realizing why. Someone once joked that he should stop singing unless he planned to make everyone late for their next class. Leo laughed. Compliments didn't change anything. At home, the pressure followed him. A strict father, a worried mother, a younger sister who tried to protect him before arguments turned sharp. They believed pressure would fix him. Instead, it made him quieter. Late at night, lying in bed, Leo replayed their words until they sounded like his own thoughts. Maybe he really was lazy. One afternoon after class, Leo stood outside the university with his friends, Jansen and Gwen. He smoked quietly while they talked about deadlines and assignments. Then a girl walked toward him. She hesitated, like she might turn back. She said she didn't know if he remembered her, but she still thought about the day he sang in the cafeteria, and that she had never forgotten his voice. Leo didn't know what to say. The cigarette slipped from his fingers and burned out on the pavement. For the first time in a long while, the person he believed he was didn't match how someone else saw him. He told Jansen and Gwen everything. His voice shook as he spoke. Just a moment ago, he said, he felt useless. Now he didn't know what he felt, but it wasn't that. Gwen listened carefully, then said something that didn't sound comforting. It sounded dangerous. What if he wasn't lazy, she said, but stuck in a system that didn't care about what he was good at? Her idea came quickly after that. A small concert. Nothing big. Just enough to test something Leo had never tested before. Leo panicked. He thought about his job. The store owner knew his father. He thought about failing in front of everyone. Gwen didn't push. She only said that he already felt like he was failing, and this would at least let him fail honestly. They planned it carefully. A Saturday afternoon. A low ticket price. No big expectations. When the day came, Leo stood behind the stage with shaking hands. Every warning he had ever heard about himself echoed in his head. Then he stepped forward and sang. Not to prove anything, not to impress anyone, just to breathe. The audience stayed. They listened. Someone recorded the performance and uploaded it online. Leo didn't check the video that night. He went home exhausted. Over the next few days, messages began arriving, not thousands, just enough to feel real. Invitations to small events, people asking if he would sing again. One of the viewers said nothing. His father. That night, Leo sat in his room answering emails, unsure whether he was allowed to believe this new version of himself. The door opened. His father walked in and hugged him. No lecture, no disappointment, just quiet trust. Leo cried, not because everything was suddenly fixed, but because something had finally shifted. Years later, Leo built a life around his voice. Not famous overnight, not perfect, but honest. He married the same girl who once told him she remembered his song. Leo was never lazy. He was measured by rules that had nothing to do with who he was. And now, ask yourself, are you really lazy? Or are you just trying to grow in a place that was never meant for you? If this story made you think, let us know in the comments. And if you want more quiet stories like this, don't forget to subscribe